sum number 6. The question is find the rank. So you can use the determinant method or this method, but if it is not a square matrix, better use this method. For square matrices you can use the determinant method, but if it is not a square matrix, use this method, echelon form method or elementary transformation method. Now to find the rank, we have to bring this matrix to echelon form. Is this the echelon form? What do you mean by echelon form? See the first non-zero entry. This is the first non-zero entry, right? So below that you should have 0. You should have zeros here. But do you have zeros here? You have to make this a 0. See, this should be 0. In the place of 0 you have 2. In the place of 0 you have 3. So this is not in the echelon form. So we have to bring this into the echelon form. So how do you bring this to the echelon form? To bring that, please listen. The first non-zero entry is 1. If it is not 1, you can interchange rows and columns. If you cannot interchange, if you cannot make it as 1, it's okay. But it is better to have 1. So it will be easy for your calculations. So here it is already 1. I am not going to do anything. The first element is 1. Now I want to make this as 0. This I am going to make it as 0. For that I am going to do the elementary row transformation. So what is the elementary row transformation? I am going to take the second row, R2. R2 is, take R2. To make this as 0, what I should do? What is a constant here? What is a constant here? 2. I want to make it as 0. So from 2 I should subtract 2, correct? 2 minus 2 will give you 0. So this element alone I cannot do. You have to do for the entire row. If I am doing some alteration here, it will affect the entire row. So remember that. So I am taking the full row minus 2 times and I am using row 1. This is elementary row transformation. Use row 1. R2 is R2 minus 2 times. The constant is I have taken from here. Minus, I am using R1. You have to use some rows. I am using R1. So write R2 here now. What is R2? 2, 4, 1 minus 2. R1 you multiply by 2. First you multiply by 2, then we change the sign. 2R1. Multiply by 2, what do you get? 2. Row 1 I am multiplying by 2. 2 into 2, 4. Minus 2. 2 into 3, 6. Then change the sign, is minus here. Change the sign, minus, this will become plus, this will become minus. So you get 0, 0, 3 minus 8. So I am going to write this as, this is equivalent, this is a sign for equivalent matrices. So we did elementary row transformation. So this become, the new matrix will become an equivalent matrix. So first row we have not done anything. First row you write as it is. 1, 2, minus 1, 3. Second row has changed. So write that here. 0, 0, 3, minus 8. Now third row is 3, 6, 3. We have to make this as 0 now. Because the echelon form is all the entries below the first non-zero element should be 0. This is not 0. We made this as 0. We haven't made this as 0. So what you should do now? R3 is, use the same concept here. R3 minus, what is the constant you're going to use? 3. Right? 3 times, use R1 again. So these two elements use R1. Minus 3 times R1. Okay? So write R3 now. I am going to write R3 here. 3, 6, 3, minus 7. I am going to multiply R1 by 3. So 3, multiplying R1 by 3. 3, 6, minus 3, 9. Now change the sign. So when you change the sign, I am changing the sign because there is a minus sign here. So it will become minus 3, minus 6, plus 3, minus 9. So 0, 0, 6, minus 16. So write that here. 0, 0, 6 minus 16. Now is this in the echelon form? What is the condition for echelon form? You take the first non-zero entry, you should have zeros here. Now come to the second row. Second row, which is the non-zero entry here? First non-zero entry 3, right? Below 3 you should have 0. This should be 0. This element 6 you should not have. The 6 you have to make it as 0. So remember, below the first non-zero entry you should have 0. The second row, the first non-zero entry is 3. Below that you should have a 0 here. But you have 6 here. So we can multiply, or you can make this as 3 and then subtract. Correct? You can make this as 3. How do you make this as 3? See, the property is you can multiply by a scalar. So what I am going to do is R3 I am going to divide by 2. When I divide by 2, all these are called as elementary row transformations. You can divide, you can multiply by a scalar. The rank will not change. So dividing by 2, what happens now? So this will become now 1. I am writing one more step, 3. So 0, 0, 3 minus 8, 0, 0. I have divided by 2. So 6 by 2, 3 minus 16 by 2, minus 8. Still it is not in the echelon form. But when you subtract, see, R3 is R3 minus R2. When I subtract here, I will get a 0. My aim is to make this as 0. So just subtract. So you will get now 1, 2, first row as it is. Second row we have changed 0, 0, 3 minus 8. The third row subtract 0, 0, 3 minus 3, 0, minus 8 plus 8 will give you 0 here. Now, is this in the echelon form? You have to check. It is in the echelon form. Why? How do you check whether it is in the echelon form or not? Take the first non-zero entry. Below that, just check whether you have zeros. Yes. Now come to the second row. The first non-zero entry is 3. Below that you have 0. That's all. Third row you need not check. Now you count the number of zeros. Number of zeros before 3 you have 2. Number of zeros here 4. So this is in the increasing order. You have 2 here and you have 4 zeros here. So this is in the echelon form or the triangular form. Now how do you find the rank? Count the number of non-zero rows. Non-zero row means at least one non-zero element should be there. Now if you see the last row, you have all zeros. So this is a 0 row. This is called as a 0 row. All zeros here. But when you take this, you have 2 zeros and you have 2 non-zeros. So this is a non-zero row. Here also we have a non-zero. So how many non-zero rows are there? There are 2 non-zero rows, right? This is a non-zero row. This is a non-zero row. What do you mean by a non-zero row? At least if there is one non-zero element. So there are 2 non-zero rows. So rank of A is 2. Count the number of non-zero rows. That will give you the rank.